Is it cold in here, or are you just happy to see me?
That ass.
What's happening, my fellow geeks and geekettes? Welcome to a brand new episode of Cosplay Chris, and today it is a screen used Robin suit update. I have finally figured out a mannequin to mount this suit on. As I mentioned in the unboxing video of the screen used suit, these suits have shrunk over 23 years. Not just Chris O'Donnell's suit, but also George Clooney's, Alicia Silverstone's, even Val Kilmer's, Michael Keaton's. It's just the nature of foam latex and the neoprene put together, they will shrink over time. So the basic idea of this video today is just to give you guys an overall update and to actually correct some things that I got wrong on the initial unboxing video. So a massive thank you to everyone that reached out and kind of corrected my inaccuracies in terms of the facts about the suit and what I thought were injection holes and stuff like that. But I will show you guys some nice close-ups of the suit, more so than the unboxing video, because now it is mounted on a mannequin and it is the next step towards finally displaying this thing in all its glory. So the mannequin that the suit is resting on now is my third attempt. I have gone through two other mannequin torsos in terms of chopping and changing, and I will be removing the top half of the suit to show you guys exactly what's going on under there and how much I had to futz around with this mannequin. It is on wheels. I got like a little wheelie tray thing from Bunnings that I mounted it on with some aluminium poles. It was 12 bucks, it was easy, and it makes carting this thing around a lot more easier. So this will be part of the final display. Assume the position. Oh, never get tired of doing that. So here is the suit. Fully mounted, all its glory, do a turnaround, and I just love the fact that it's on wheels now. It just makes life so much more easier. So I want to address the first thing that I got wrong in the unboxing video. I thought these holes here, for some stupid reason, probably because I was nervous and excited to unbox this thing, I thought they were injection holes where they injected the foam latex into the negative space cavity of the molds. These are actually patches. This is where there were imperfections / air bubbles on the raw casting of the foam. So what the bat shop technicians would do is go in with a little pre-mixed batch of foam latex that is tinted the same way they would tint this for injection, and then go in and patch it up. And because it's going to be covered by a cape and a neck seal and all that jazz, it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to have a bit of strength. The same goes for the eye mask. If you see these three bubbles here, these are actually patchworks here, much like the back of the suit. Now, a nice close-up look, if we turn the mask around, we can see the injection points of the actual mask itself, which is just beautiful and amazing, and I love it, and I never get tired of looking at this thing. It even picks up the nice sparkles in there and the hues that you see there. With the right lighting, like in the film, these suits just pop on screen. Thirdly and lastly, I did say that the mask came mounted on a live cast of Chris O'Donnell. Upon unboxing it, I didn't even have a good look at the live cast. Once it was all said and done and I calmed down, I had a proper look at the live cast, and it's actually Jim Carrey. I messaged the gentleman that I bought the suit off, told him about it. He was very apologetic, said, you know, do you want me to try and send you an O'Donnell live cast? I said, dude, it's totally fine. And the way I'm wanting to display the eye mask anyway, it's gonna be floating, just like that. Much like the Robin suit that's on display in Batman v Superman in the Batcave. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is unzip the back of the torso, take the top piece off, and I'll show you guys exactly what's going on under there in terms of the suit and also the mannequin. So the first step is we have to unclip the top of the neoprene suit here. We've got the very, very heavy duty zipper. This thing is crazy, man. Like, it has to cop a lot of tension, especially down here on the back side. Unzip it here, very carefully unclip, and there is Velcro around the sides here. Now we'll just carefully spin them around, and there is Velcro, quite a bit of Velcro going on the cod piece here, so we just gotta very carefully grab it with both hands. So there you go, gives you guys a good look of how this thing goes down. We've got the code written inside there. So I'm just gonna very carefully place it down there on a cover sheet. Okay, so it's very simple, very basic. There is a Lycra singlet under here that very easily pops down like so. And that's how they did it. They put the bottoms on first, give you a spin around, show you there. So these things would have been a massive pain in the ass, no pun intended, to put on. So if we undrape it, we can see what's going on here, and like I said, there was a lot of chopping and changing involved. Now this mannequin torso just cuts off below the quads. So what I had to do was get an angle grinder and literally cut out this entire back section here because it was just way too bulky and way too muscly to house the upper torso. Like I said, these suits have shrunk quite dramatically, so much so I don't want to put any tension at all, especially on that back zipper, even though it is a heavy duty zipper. I then got some expander foam and I had to go through 2 cans of the big ass ones to fill this void here, because even though you've gutted it, you still need some mass there to properly house the back of the suit. So that literally just involved emptying 2 big cans of expander foam in the back here, and it seriously looked like this festering kind of tumor when it was all expanded and set. And then I just carved it down, shaved it down with a handsaw, a sander, angle grinder, everything, sanded it back. So for the time being, I've wrapped Glad wrap around it and taped it all up, just so no little fragments of foam get on the suit, because this stuff is quite tenacious and it just gets everywhere. And even though you brushed it, you put a vacuum cleaner on it, it still will come off. It will flake off. Now the mannequin has not been painted yet, and this is the only part I'm going to be painting, and that's going to be a nice matte black. And then also we'll have the little rig here to house the eye mask. So the mannequin torso has actually been cleaned twice with a disinfectant and then baby wipes, so it gets rid of any residues that are loose and dust and stuff like that after working on it. And again, it has been wrapped in Glad wrap, so it's just a bit of extra protection, so nothing can contaminate the suit. So in terms of that, it is totally and utterly safe and fine. The most nerve-wracking part is actually putting the bottoms on, because the muscles on the torso are still quite muscular and the bottom has also shrunk. So you kind of got to do a bit of a time on each leg, just sifting it down, and literally the hardest part is getting that butt to fit over the butt of the mannequin. All right, we're going handheld. So I give you guys a nice close-up look at the crutch there, and there's the Velcro system and also the fly zipper. Give you guys a nice look at those legs. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. And show you again the back of the suit. Her up. And I didn't realize, just because I was very excited at the time, COD, Chris O'Donnell, it's a no-brainer. And then we've got the Velcros here, the Velcro onto the crutch there. Give you a nice little spin around at that. There you go. Pretty simple, but effective. And it works. Now the arms are actually stuffed with some airbags just to give them a bit of structure. And we just got to untuck the back here where the elastic bungee cords are. Make sure everything's nice and neat. Velcro the cod piece down. Easy. Okay, tuck that down, Velcro that down, that's all good. Now I did mention with the bungee cord that wraps around the butt and onto the cod piece, for the final display, I'm not going to be doing that. Again, I just don't want any unnecessary tension on this suit. I did try it yesterday and it is quite fiddly to actually unhook it, because it is quite a narrow gap there between the legs. That's what she said. I'm so in love with this thing, Geeks and Geekettes. You have no idea. I just get such a buzz every time I look at this. And that's pretty much it, guys. Just an update, keeping you guys in the loop with what's happening. So the next step, of course, is to prep this. We're gonna paint this a nice matte black and seal it up, so no contaminants whatsoever get out. Have a nice matte sealer on this. I then have to design and build a rig that is gonna house the eye mask on top like so. After that, it's a trip to IKEA to get a certain looking wardrobe that is gonna go right here. So I do have to do some changing around of collectibles and stuff like that. So I've sorted out the wardrobe that I want. It's perfect. It's a very dark, almost black kind of brown, wash kind of stain look. And it's gonna house this thing perfectly. And then we also have to get a dehumidifier that is gonna be sitting in the wardrobe with the suit. In terms of downlighting and stuff like that, I just have to properly look into what lights aren't gonna be too harsh on the suit whilst it's housed in the wardrobe. And then eventually down the track, I would like to deck the inside of the wardrobe out with some of Robin's batarangs, arsenal, stuff like that, to make it look like it's in the vault of the Batcave. Just have it themed instead of just sitting in a wardrobe, so to speak. Actually, I am thinking of getting this frame Batman and Robin poster and putting that inside behind the suit in the wardrobe for the time being. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Again, just a little update video for you guys. A massive thank you for the overwhelming support and feedback on the Robert Pattinson Batsuit reveal camera test footage. Had an absolute ball making that video, even though it was very spur of the moment and just had to be done ASAP. Very keen to see that suit in all its glory, all colored and everything, so I'm hyped for it, man. Guys, wherever you're in the world, have yourselves an absolute cracker of a day. I hope you're well, hope you're happy, be merry, be silly, and until next time, geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best.